Barely a breath of wind on the final day of the Tour of Luxembourg, a race traditionally decided by just a handful of seconds. But would somebody kick up a storm on the final day after the time trial, which had been so beautifully fought for by Almeida, the leader of this race, finishing second behind his teammate Cattaneo and establishing a 43-second gap over Hirschi coming onto the final stage? Well, a lumpy day, certainly, with plenty of mountain points up for grabs, but the chance of a real battle. As far as the GC is concerned, the title at least looks to be decided. Out they came in sunshine, the best weather we've had for the entire race. No chance of rain on the day. And a storm from a breakaway? Not really. 4 riders went up the roads and 2 of those were engaged for mountains points. Kenny Molly, leader of that competition, would hoover up those remaining points that he needed to make sure the jersey belonged to him and not Otto Vagard, who was also in the break. Benjamin King from Rally Cycling was also up there, along with Morten Hulgaard from Una X-Pro, a team that's been moderately quiet by their own standards during this race after animating the Tour of Turkey earlier this year. The rolling terrain provides plenty of hills, and that's exactly what we got. And when we approached our final circuit, Kenny Molly was the first of the break to pull the pin. The others were soon to be joined, and then it was all about the approach to the finale. Quite a sketchy couple of turns to be concerned about. 2 hairpins, in fact. One at the bottom of a hill, just around the 3 kilometre to go marker in this loop, and then a last one, a double right-hander, forming a hairpin at the very last. Mark Hirschi came across the line at the intermediate sprint, which would be our finish line 2 laps later. He wanted bonus seconds to make sure of his second place overall. Time for some dice to be rolled then, and Caio Arau got involved and animated the day. Loscano was one of those, and Quintana decided to come and join him for some fun up the inclines, which indeed approached around 12% at one point. Well, you can see the yellow jersey was never that far away, and Almeida was determined that this title would belong to him and potentially grab himself a stage win as well. A lot of work had been done throughout the day by AG2R Citroën, with Van Draan, Chapouzin and Cosnefroy all up for potential victories. In the end, it turned out to be a brave man's day, and that man was David Gaudu. Off he went on the final lap, and with 350 metres to go, he knew he had to negotiate this double phase hairpin. Once he was round there, Almeida was on his case in the yellow jersey, but would Gaudu be caught? Well, he set out in determined fashion, and indeed was to hold on for victory. A narrow margin indeed over Almeida, but a stage win for Francis Tijoux nonetheless. Almeida, having taken the opening day, and indeed finishing second in the time trial, secured that overall jersey. Joy then for Francis Tijoux, and just reward for the man who was wearing the young rider's jersey on behalf of Almeida, who actually owns it. Gaudu, Almeida, Latour, Hirschi, Cosnefroy, they the top 5 with Kirsch, Masnada, Chapouzin, Herrada and Lopez. Gaudu absolutely supreme on the day, but overall the race belongs to João Almeida. The man in yellow, great result for Deceuninck Quickstep as well. Happy in their work, as well they might be. Very effective performance. 2 stage wins and the yellow jersey by a margin of 46 seconds over Mark Hirschi and Matteo Cattaneo. Fabulous podium on what has been an extremely well fought race. The long time trial maybe took a little bit of punch out of the battle for the overall jersey in the final stage, but nonetheless a well deserved winner.